Morning, guys. Mike Pattern Traders. It is November 10th on a Friday. Hope everybody has a wonderful weekend with the family and loved ones. Don't be glued to the charts, guys. The market's not going anywhere, regardless, right? Quick update on BTC. I want to talk a little bit about what I've noticed from the past patterns and whatnot. If we really are in a bull market, or if this is going to be just a bearish retest, and then carry back on to further downside. All right. So since all-time highs, right? Since all-time highs back in November of 2021, we took roughly about a year of dumping to come down to November, or rather December of 2022. So we literally dumped, I think it was like 75% from all-time highs. It's 80%. It took us 1 year, right? 377 days, give or take. Now we are, since the bottom, since November of 2022, we've been uptrending, literally uptrending. I'm gonna make this a little lighter because it's just annoying me that it's so. We've been uptrending for 50 days, 355 days. If you take the measurement and put it to roughly about a 380-day mark, it brings us at the first or second week of December. I'm not saying that this rally is over. All I want you to do is to be cautious going into December, because more likely than not, a lot of people, especially people on Wall Street, they kind of hedge their bets going into going into Q1 of 2024, especially those that are smart to unload to be able to repurchase for tax breaks. People like to take any kind of losses they can in December, and then they rebuy their position in January. Keep that in mind, guys. For whatever reason, it works. A lot of people do it. I did it myself. So be cautious about it. Now, we are approaching that 1 year mark of an uptrend. I'm not saying anything other than just be cautious. Again, don't forget, this is strictly a higher high and higher low structure. There's nothing bearish about this. But overall, higher time frame overall higher time frame, this is still, sorry guys, this is still looking like what does this look like to you, right? Potentially a bearish retest. I'm not, until we get a proper retest of the 0.5, usually it goes to the 0.35, but if we get, where is this thing? 0.38, sorry about that. Okay, usually we get a retest of the 0.382, and then we close back down and we do a proper higher low. But anyway, until we get a proper retest of the 0.5, which is gonna be 42, and then we get rejected, and then we put in a proper low at that time with consolidation, I need to be cautious about this market. This is I can't see this market being a straight shot to the top side, right? So I know that everyone's expecting, a lot of people are expecting, we're gonna make all-time highs from this particular low or from this particular higher low. Sure, if it does happen, I'm grateful. It's life-changing, but I'm still not trying to be stuck holding my bags. So what's taking place right now in my mind, and how I'm playing this, personally speaking, is I have my high and I have my low. I want to see what price does when we hit that 0.5. More often than not, if you have a bullish structure, you do go to the golden pocket. I don't think we have gas for the golden pocket, so I didn't even put it on. But if we do happen to have gas for the golden pocket from here, that's going to be a little bit too bullish for me. And I'm not saying that we're not, but it's just you need proper consolidation for that. So ideally, if you do happen to see a 42,000 or 40,000 and come back down, you want to see, no matter what happens, low 30s hold. If low 30s hold, 100% we're going to 50s, guys. Like, there's no doubt about it. So structurally speaking, all you need to do is just to put two lines on your chart. As long as 30,000 holds, no matter what happens, even as long as we never close a 1 week candle on this $30,000, we're gonna technically go up to $50,000, right? You want to assume that this high gets taken, and even if you go to like the 3-day, right? Hold on, I'll show you where it. No, was the 3-day? Was the 2-day? Hold on, let me see. 2-day, there you go, right there. Okay, so no matter what happens, as long as 30,000 holds, you're talking about this particular high and this particular high getting taken. These little wicks, right? So let's just get some consolidation. Let's get some rejection here. Normal. This is healthy behavior. Let's just do something along the lines of this. Come back down. and then do something like this. This is the perfect, ideal scenario for us because altcoins are gonna run. We're gonna probably double our freaking portfolio across the whole board. ETH hasn't ran yet. Keep that in mind. I'll go over ETH in a little bit. But overall, structurally speaking, this is something I'm expecting to take place. If you open up your order block indicator, delete this. Right? Open up the order block indicator. Let's lower these because these are a little too in your face and I can't freaking stand them. Hold on. Get it out of here. I don't know what those. Okay, so right, this is your order block indicator. You see it. There's a lot of order blocks coming up. You have one over here, one on top here, one on top here. But that's all noise. Just zoom out for a little bit. I think it was a 2-week that had it. Hold on. Yeah, 2-week that had it. There we go. Boom. That's your target, man. This is your target up here. This is your target, and this is your high. That needs to get taken. Liquidity. That's the target. Done. Bottom line. And then on the downside, if you get a really bad rejection, like an insanely bad rejection, and we break $30,000 for whatever reason, that's your target down there. So the range that you're playing with right now, overall, is going to be the 2-week order blocks. Identify them on your chart and just know that this is going to be the range that we're going to play with for the next roughly about 6 months. We broke structure to the top side. We're back in the old range of distribution, right? We're back into this old range. I'll explain to you guys in a second what that means. All we're worrying about right now is we need to maintain 30,000, and then we need to make sure that no matter what happens, if we break $30,000, we do not break 23 and 24K. So if we do something like this and we do break down and we come back down here, this has to hold for a move back to the top side. So consider the two 2-week order blocks. The bearish one is up here, the bullish one is down here, to be your floor and your ceiling for the next 6 months. Done. Okay? Unless we have some kind of economical downfall and we just get crushed by news, or the president causes war. I don't know what could happen. I don't follow news like that. Okay, so overall, you guys know what we're heading right now. And then one more thing. Get rid of the order block indicator. Oh shit, before we do the fair value gaps. $500 days worth of distribution to dump us down here, right, to $15,000, and we're finally above, back in that range. We finally, right, this is gonna be support, that we break it over here, we break down, we go retest it here, we get rejected, which is resistance, and then boom, we broke it back. We're back into that range. No matter what, if anybody tells you this is all bearish right now, unfollow them, guys. We're back into the range that we were distributing. No matter what we do, no matter where we go, this is very, very bullish, guys. We broke above the range that threw us down and created the bear market. This right here is the most bullish candle you could possibly have. So as long as 30,000 stays intact and we don't lose $30,000 on a weekly close, the target is 50K no matter what happens. I'm going to just stress that a million times so you guys understand that. So as long as we're back in here, we're going to keep trading in this range. Altcoins should double up. Ethereum should go to at least $3,000, guys. First target being 2,500, and then you need to make sure that if you do happen to get a close under $30,000, be very cautious about if you are in positions with altcoins. They're going to get destroyed. A lot of altcoins have not put in proper bottoms yet, guys. I'm not trying to be negative, but to me, overall, this is not a proper bottom. This is not a proper bottom, man. Look, that's not a proper bottom at all. Look at that. This is not proper bottom to me. You see these? So a simple order block indicator is going to tell you that there's a lot of liquidity to the downside and demand right beneath all these lows. So if we do happen to go back up for a retest and then we come back down, I could expect that if we get a massive crash in the market, items gonna make a new low. A lot of these altcoins haven't put in proper bottoms, right? Look at DYDX. Look at DYDX. And this is not me saying that I'm bearish. Just be cautious. Why is this low not taken? Why do we stop right here? A double bottom? If you're gonna do a double bottom, you took liquidity to the top side. Why don't you take liquidity to the downside? Doesn't sit well with me. So overall, I'm expecting a lot of these altcoins, yes, they're gonna do their, let's close this. They're gonna do their move to the top side, right? Even if we go up here and then we go straight over here, you never know, this could potentially come back down, right? A lot of these altcoins are the same thing. So for the time being, when you get into these altcoins, be cautious of what BTC does, because if BTC shits the bed, these altcoins will shit the bed. Okay, back to BTC overall. No, I want to do first. FVGs. very important to have your FEG indicator up. Check this out. All right. Get rid of this. So now, as you can tell, we're in the range, right? We broke above the let's make this line blue. We're in the range. We broke above the blue range, the blue line. Sorry, back into the distribution range that we originally were with all-time highs. Take a rectangle, and I want you to do this. Okay, these are your two areas of interest right now, guys. No matter what happens, no matter where we go, you need to make sure that these particular areas are on your chart so you can see what price is and what price is doing. Usually what BTC does on a higher time frame, it takes the FEGs and it actually creates ranges on the FEGs. Now, if we happen, for whatever reason, to just blow through this FEG, which I doubt we are, it's very hard to do so. It's a 2-week FEG. Then you're extremely bullish and you're likely going to go to $50,000. But I assume that we're going to sit here for quite a bit of time, consolidate, just keep doing this, and then eventually go back down to retest the $32,000 to $34,000 range, and then from there figure out what we're gonna do. But as long as 31 gets floored out, we don't break under $31,000. The target is $50,000. Keep that in mind. This is the most important FEG up here. You see this? After this particular one. So just keep in mind, you have one, you have two, forget this, and you have this one. This one eventually will get filled with a wick, more likely than not. When you have an FEG on top of a consolidated FEG, it gets filled with a wick, but not with actual candles. Now what you want to see is the way you saw all these candles here on this FEG, you're probably going to do the same thing on this FEG, right here. Wick, and come back and consolidate, right? Ethereum, very important Ethereum, keep that in mind. That's it. This is it. It's all you need to put on your chart. Open your 3-day, open up your order block indicator, create your triangle, and just know we're going to break out very soon. That's your target. Done. End of story. You're targeting this box up here, this order block, this bearish block. $3,000. First target in front of you is going to be $2,500 flat. When we get to $2,500 flat, then you could assume that once we get above it, we're going to go straight to like $29,000 to $3,000, right? Ethereum is the lagger. It hasn't ran yet. So assuming that once this little block at $2,500 gets taken, which is going to be the liquidity first, boom, right there. Once we get that liquidity and then we consolidate a little bit, the target's going to be 3,000. And then at that point, you have to be very cautious. You're not going to get above 3,000 with these guys. Keep that in mind. You're not going to get above 3,000 with these. Even if you delete everything, you just put one thing on your chart. Hold on. I know everybody's targeting up here. Everyone's targeting 3,700, which I would love for it to happen or for it to come, but I think it was the 5D that I saw it, or was it the 3D that I saw it? I don't know where I saw it. It wasn't 3D. Here you go. Right there. Right there. So it's gonna be hard to get above this line, man. That's the deviation line that led to the break in structure to the downside. Right? So right there. Boom. Just be cautious, man. Anything above that 3,000, 3,100 is going to be very tough to break out the first attempt. But anyway, 2,500 is my target for Ethereum right now. 2,500. Altcoins, man, I'm splashed everywhere, guys. I'm just like, I'm buying, I'm selling, I'm in, I'm holding. I'm just trying to see if I can make like a 3-4x with these altcoins. I'm not doing leverage yet. I opened up a MEX account, MEXC account. Irmo told me to do so. So that's the only one I'm playing leverage with. Everything else, to me, just buying and holding. IOV has been a freaking beast of a move for me, man. I got blessed with IOV. Where's IOV? Look at this thing. I got so blessed with this. I bought a shitload at the bottom where it range highs. I didn't even take any profit yet. I'm not targeting here. I'm targeting higher. Where was it? Weekly? There we go. Right here. I'm targeting up here, man. I want 130 to 150. I want the liquidity at this particular high to get taken. Then I'm going to feel better to sell. This liquidity over here. So even if we do something like this, I'll be happy to get rid of some and then we can go back down. I don't care what happens. But again, same problem that I had with the other shitcoins, guys. These lows are way too clean. How do you expect me to believe that this is an Adam and Eve pattern, right? You know what an Adam and Eve pattern is, with a neckline to break to the top side if these lows have not been taken, right? Look at that. These lows are way too clean, man. So something's gonna drive this market back down, man. I don't know what it is, and I hope I'm so wrong, man, because I don't want to even see it. I don't want to go through another dump. I'm just trying to be smart. I bought a bunch of kudos again. I wrote it down, by the way, guys. So I'm not in profit with kudos down up from the main bags, but I bought a bunch of kudos here. I bought another bunch of kudos here. These particular bags, I'm gonna keep this bag over here that I bought for all-time highs, but this particular bag, I'm gonna sell it. I think it was a VWAP. Where's the VWAP? Right there. I'm gonna sell it once we get to. No, it wasn't this kudos. It was another one. It was another exchange, because every exchange has different VWAPs. There we go. Yeah, it was this one. So sevens, yeah, 0.007 is where I'm gonna sell this new bag that I bought. This particular bag that I bought right here. I think it's gonna be like a 1.5x or 2x. Yeah, never mind. So that's what I'm doing with the second bag that I bought. The first bag that I bought over here on the low, I'm gonna keep for all-time highs. AKT, I'm just holding. I'm not getting rid of this thing. This thing looks like shit anyway right now. It's putting in lower high. Hopefully we get an opportunity to rebuy more down at the 60s, somewhere around here at the retest, right? Yeah. What else? AXS hasn't broken out yet. Oh, I gotta talk to you about Dot. Probably will be my biggest bag. Let's go to weekly. Look at this thing. Okay. Boom. All right. No breakout yet, right? RSX completely reset. We are at a rejection point here, right? Rejection here. We're at a rejection point, but we have a clear over under here on the weekly time frame. So that to me shows me that if the 2 week turns bullish, let's see if 2 week, there we go. 2 week is bullish, guys. That's a buy signal on the 2 week, guys. Might take a while to kick in, but that is a clear 2 week buy signal. This thing will fly. What is your first target? Golden pocket. Open up your order block indicator. Where are you? Okay, go to your 2 day. There we go. TP1, guys. Boom. Dance with me. TP1, 0.65. But actually the main TP should be all the way up here. Weekly or 5 day. There we go. Boom. Weekly. That's what I'm targeting. 8.5 and 6.5. And ideally what you want to do is you want to target the golden pocket. Now where is the golden pocket of the whole move down? 7.5. So this hasn't broken out yet, guys. I think it's a very, very easy trade. I'm not doing leverage. It's just going to be strictly spot. I'm buying every dip on this thing. I don't care if I have to hold it for like 2 months. There's a big unlock come December of people that are getting tokens. So they're probably going to either pump this for them to sell, or they're going to dump it and then run it up after the unlock. Either way, guys, for me, if I can get like a 30 to 60% return on my money on this thing, I'm considered happy. Anyway, guys, trade safe, be safe. Any questions, feel free to give me a DM. Overall, BTC in my eyes, 50,000. Overall, total Ethereum, 25, then 3,000. And then on the downside for BTC, as long as we keep, as long as we keep $31,000, this thing is not, it's constant bullish. It's gonna keep going up. Sol, I'm out of Sol, guys. I sold every single Sol I had. It was one of the best things I did. It kind of like erased my whole downtrend that I had. This thing is a monster, man. This thing is such a monster. There's nothing negative that I could say about this bad boy over here.
Dance with me. Let's go. Stop.
Yeah, we're at the 2. We're at the golden pocket at the 2 mark. Yeah, that's cool. We took liquidity over here as well. There's literally no resistance until like 78 right now. Let's let it just run out. We close up here, guys. Instant teleport next week to 78. Let's see what happens. There's also a VWAP here that you have to be careful about. I remember I saw it. Where is it? Yeah, right here. At 52, 53,000, 52, $53. You also have the yearly over here. Be careful with this. So if we start consolidating here, then you know that it's distribution to go back down. If you do happen to get a buy the dip opportunity, it's gonna come from 30s. You want to assume that this level will never break.
Dance with me.
This level will never
Let's
break
go.
if you're bullish, right? Otherwise, you're gonna get one more buy opportunity
Just breathe.
in the blue box. One more buy opportunity in the blue box to go back up for a retest, and then after that, distribution.
Dance with me.
Otherwise, if this is gonna just keep running, $78, guys, is gonna be the target. Everything looks good on this. Even the oscillators look beautiful, man. Everything looks beautiful. By the time this thing completes itself, let me show you guys how the weekly looks. Freaking mint. It broke out. This is gonna go get exhausted. By the time this thing gets exhausted, good luck. I think it's up like 5x from the bottom. Yeah. What a massive move. Anyway, I'm out of this. I'm waiting for a retest to get back in. Cheers, guys. Trade safe. Any need from me? DM me.
Just breathe.